Hey, welcome back to the Gateway Resources and Support channel. This is Sean. Uh, you've probably seen a couple of videos recently from Brooke. I'm back for episode 11. Today's topic is let's get organized. So we're going to look at some ways to really organize your essay. We're going to lean on the prompt. We're going to lean on the bullet points to organize that. You've seen some of our other videos about documents and document dives and how some of those questions that we're thinking about when we're really digging into the documents and the prompts can help guide our thinking. Today, we're going to use all of that to guide our organization. Don't forget, as always, you can check in the description box for a link to all the other videos, as well as a way to get in touch with us, or just post a comment below, and Brooke or myself will reply. Okay, so remember when I left you off last time with the last video, we were looking at this gateway practice prompt, the historical background, the timeline. I'm going to show you there at the bottom, the writing task. So what I've done, we're thinking about today, this idea of let's get organized, right? So here's the task. I'm not going to highlight the whole thing. I'm just going to underline it. Analyze the impact of the development of the 13 colonies. So we've got some questions here. Analyze the encounter with the American Indians. Analyze how the encounter with the American Indians impacted the development of each region, analyze the importance of location and place to support economic development, and then analyze the reasons for establishment of each region. I'm going to pull this to the side so that I can still see it while I'm doing my my thinking here a little bit, my organization. But again, I'm going to let the prompt work for me, and I'm going to show you how with that. So the first thing that I'm going to think about here is the encounters between American Indians and colonists. So there's nothing new there. I just took that right from the bullet. I'm going to look for some of the significant events. So some of the details are going to be the dates and places. So I'm thinking about the regions already. These dates and places, I'm going to lean on maybe document A. I'm going to think about the timeline as well. My writing's pretty bad there. Timeline. So here's some of our sources. Don't forget, I also have to talk about the significance uh, and analyze the impact. So really thinking about some of the key elements, here. And I'll go ahead and I'll include a clean copy of this in the description because I know my writing sometimes is not as legible for everybody. But I'll type that up and I'll put that in there so you can see how I'm working through it. Also, then we're going to think about why these encounters are important. So that gets to more of that analysis from the some of the previous work we did. Not just which key elements, but which of the elements are maybe the most important. The other thing that I'm going to think about for this one is key places or people. If you remember document B, that was the John Smith document. I'm going to talk about him probably. I might also talk about some of the impact on the region. And I'm going to close all this with a so what. Remember uh, the what's the significance we talked about in the previous video? So that's really kind of addressing the first bullet point. The next bullet point here, we're going to think about the location and place to support spelling this out as I'm writing, economic development of each region. And really, I got to think about the importance of. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to think about the where. We know from one of the other documents, document F and document C, the where, talking about New England, we're talking about the middle colonies, and we're talking about the South. So again here, this is document F in document C. And then I'm going to think about what is happening economically in each region. And then coming back to why is that important? So again there, I'm letting the prompt work for me. We'll see, we just went through 2 of them, but we're going to look here, analyze how the encounter developed the region, who the key players are, analyze the importance of location and place to support economic development. So we're going to really look at those as well. I'm going to go ahead and flip over here. And then the last thinking here, analyze the reasons for establishment. Again, I'm going to lean on the background a little bit here and the timeline, thinking about dates, times, places, as always, the significance, right? The so what. Put a question mark there too. If you recall, document D and E laid out some of the reasons for the establishment, so I'm going to reflect on the importance and significance of those. And then how this impacted the region, getting to not forgetting the why, what the why, the what, thinking about that. And then I'm going to end with the conclusion, pulling this all together. And there's another video that Brooke has done thinking about the conclusion. But if you'll notice here, analyze the reasons for establishment, lean on the background and timeline here, the dates, time, places, the significance and the so what, thinking about document D and E here, importance and significance of these, if you recall, taking a look back here at D, here's an advertisement for Philadelphia. There's a Mayflower Compact as well here, document D. So that's really going to allow us, I've not done any other thinking beyond how this prompt, how the writing task is guiding me. And then I'm just making sure that I've got the details, the significance, the analysis, those key elements, the key players, and some of those key details. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Getting Organized. And look in the description if you want. I'll have a clean version of my organization there for you as well to see how you can make the prompt work for you.